Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Zach, otherwise known as Pulpy Syntax, and today is really gloomy. It is overcast, it is raining, the birds are chirping. I'm having a great day, but I'm wearing flannel because it's only like 23 degrees Celsius, so it's a great day, but it's a very indoor day. Continuing on my my now 3 video series on reflecting on Miss Amberlynn Reid. Today, I was recommended going back and looking at Amber's reflections on 2016, right? Because she had a video entitled 16 Shitty Things I Did in 2016. So, which apparently was just a thing that YouTube was doing. So I watched it and I didn't find it particularly interesting apart from one part, where she mentioned that she had lied, right? She had lied to her audience in 2016 and she'd made a video addressing all of these things. And I realized I have seen the video in parts, but not in whole, and I have certainly not reacted to it. So today I will be reacting to confessing everything I've lied about. Too many exclamation marks and a sad face, published on August 6th, 2016. And the reason why I want to do this is because cycles, right? We all know that Miss Amberlynn Reid runs in cycles, and the popular cycle that we are aware of is the content. So it's the diet into the struggles, into the whatever, and it goes around and around. I thought it would be quite interesting to jump back in time, rewind, over 4 years and see whether or not the lies that she's discussing in 2016 perhaps are relevant to 2020, in that there may have been content that was contrary to reality or misleading in some way. So with all of that being said, let's jump into the video. As always, we are sped up to 1.25 times speed. The birds are being very vocal, but they're welcome. And here we go.
Hey you guys.
Hey Amber.
So, this video, let's be real, is a little, nerve-wracking for me to film, but I feel like I need to get this stuff off my chest, and I just want you guys to know that, sorry, my hair though, I knew I needed to poke these things out. Let's get real. Okay. I knew that coming onto YouTube, I was going to need to protect myself.
Sure. I'll be interrupting a lot, so please forgive me if you prefer to hear Amber speak continuously. The link will be in the description. I don't understand this setup because it's reading very red and orange to me, and it's not flattering. I kind of like this top, and I'm pretty sure this is the same cardigan she was wearing in the 16 shitty things that happened in 2016. So the sweet irony. And there are a lot of books, and I don't see that many broken spines. So back on that old chestnut. Anyway.
I knew also I was gonna get a lot of backlash. Backlash hurts sometimes. Unless you're a YouTuber who has a pretty decent following and they get a lot of haters, I don't think you'd understand. Just imagine yourself like at school and you get bullied by everyone in class. It hurts, it does. And I feel like a lot of the time you need to protect yourself.
I imagine she's going to go into blaming her audience and basically calling all of her critics bullies. Let's just get this all out of the way. I don't condone hate. I don't condone bullying. I think my perception of that phrase, the term bullying, right? I think that the real life bullying and the cyberbullying that occurs, like, they are very different definitions. And I'm not really here to speak on whether or not it happens. Like, we can all see the comments. We know what the audience is like. We understand how the audience has been treated and their reactions to that treatment. So I think it's all a little bit more complex. Am I on anyone's side in this? Absolutely not. However, I believe that if you see yourself in a certain circumstance that you don't want to be in, you have the power and control to change that set of circumstances a lot of the time when it is of your own making, right? So that statement applies to Amber quite a bit, like in a lot of different situations she finds herself in terms of the audience's reaction to her. She is in control of that. She has ways to better that relationship or worsen that relationship. And in my opinion, watching the content from the last few years now, her relationship with her audience has always been tumultuous, and she has always taken kind of the low road, resulting in the 2020 audience that we have.
To prevent backlash, but no matter if I protect myself or if I don't, it's gonna happen. And I feel like I need to kind of admit to some things that I have lied about. This is really hard. I'm not a liar.
I'm not a liar, but let me confess everything I've lied about. Okay.
I was protecting my feelings as much as I could. I know it's selfish of me to do. I'm putting myself online for a reason.
The reason is monetary. And look, I've spoken about protecting yourself online quite a few times. Not in terms of doxing or things like that. I'm speaking more about your emotional maturity. Like, you do need to have barriers up. You do need to have built a thick skin, which ironically Amber says she has in previous videos that I've been watching. Anyway, you do have to have a sense of disconnection. For nothing more, not to be disingenuous with your audience at all, but you do have to have a form of disconnection to say, right, this is my line in the sand. This is where I either switch off or, you know, won't accept it anymore or whatever. And how you handle that is entirely up to you. I have my own ways. Amber has hers, which has led her to where she is now. Anyway.
Speak out and be like, this is me, this is who I am. And it's like, I still felt like there were certain things that I needed to kind of hide away. Trust me, there's a lot of things about me that you guys have no idea about. But it's like, if I bring something up or whatever.
I wonder if that statement's still true in 2020. I think she was trying to make that argument this Vlogmas, that, oh, you don't see everything that I do. You know, I don't want to show you certain things. And, like, that's fine. I completely understand that. But also, if you're going to show me you cleaning a countertop for 9 minutes, I don't necessarily take that truthfully, in that you don't show us absolutely everything that happens, because everything is content, and I think you absolutely do. But that's just my perception of the,
or you guys see something like
the channel.
I shouldn't lie. I guess maybe ignore the situation. I really don't know. I do have a list of things I want.
I guess I'll say this out loud while we're prefacing this conversation. I'm not a big fan of lies. I don't like lies, and I don't like liars. And I think that discussion and conversation are super important when it comes to truth and transparency, because it's much, look, if I have to tell this to anyone, it's much better to be truthful, or just be quiet and explain yourself or the situation, than to purposefully misdirect and mislead people. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it.
Talk about. So the first thing, some of these you guys might not care about or whatever, but the reason why we moved to Kentucky, I said it's because Destiny wanted to be there for her mom. I said we wanted to take care of her. I think I might have said that in a vlog. I don't know why, but it's not the truth. We were just tired of Florida.
Why would it matter?
Honestly, I mean, mainly Destiny was.
I'm not a historian. I'm not a historian, but I feel like I'm in training now. Like I am invested in investigating the previous years of Miss Amberlynn Reid, and oh boy, there's a lot of content.
How do I word this without like saying too much, but you know, you get my drift.
Like, why would it matter?
Her mainly. She just felt kind of like it was time to move on from Florida. You know, some things were happening that she just wasn't happy about, and she wanted a new beginning. I have, you know, said that on my Snapchat quite a few times and things like that, but I just felt like it was easier for me to say, you know, well, we just want to be there for her mom.
Why is it easier? How hard was it to say Destiny wants to move and I want to go with her? How, like, who cares why you moved from Florida to Kentucky? Like, it would be a serendipitous benefit if Destiny had family there. But, like, who cares? Why would anyone care?
I don't know. I don't know if you guys will consider that a lie or not, but it's something I've said that, you know, I wasn't 100% like truthful about.
if something isn't 100% truthful that you're saying, yeah, I'd consider it a lie. Let's get into the definition of lie here.
So if you guys remember my aunt situation, this was a while ago though. This was
I have
probably,
seen a little bit of
I don't know, it was months ago. Months, to be honest. When I uploaded a video about how my aunt doesn't talk to me anymore because I'm fat.
That's right, yes. I did see that.
I'm a little on edge about that. I ended up talking to her and my cousins regarding that video. I had no idea they were going to see it. I had no idea my aunt even watched my YouTube anymore or anything, and they were greatly offended. But at the time, I was vulnerable and I was upset, and I really felt like blaming my weight on everything was just like the easiest way to go.
2020, I kind of feel like the conversation is all about fat phobia at the moment. So this seems to have been a continued narrative line from 4 years ago. Blame everything on my weight. It's just easier. How are you going to say like a family member just stops talking to you because you're fat? Like, that's, come on.
It's hard. Like, I have a weight issue and I have, you know, mental issues that cause, you know, me to be bigger. You don't just get this big for no reason. It just doesn't work that way.
I would say that, yes, that's absolutely true. Perhaps some disordered relationship with food. That may be it. There may be other reasons, I don't know. Not a mental or physical health professional. Every video. But okay. But I'm sure that eating on camera has not assisted in that relationship with food. There you go.
Like, of course, you can get, you know, overweight. That's normal, but to become so morbidly obese,
super morbidly obese,
there's something wrong. And I kind of wanted to ignore all that and just be like, oh, my aunt doesn't talk to me because I'm fat. I just thought it would be easier.
Easier how? What are you talking about easier? You could, like, you didn't even have to bring up this conversation at all in the first place. And if you were like wanting to do, because I think that video that I saw was like a bit of a sob story about, oh, I've lost all my relationships in the past because of how fat I've gotten. Like, you didn't need to take it from that approach. You could just, if you wanted to talk about a troubled family relationship, you could have spoken about it in that way without blaming your weight, which again, a continued narrative line. But whatever, what's done is done.
There's more to me than my weight when it comes to me and my aunt's, you know, relationship. I pushed her away because of just who I am and how I am as a person.
Easy to speak on.
And that's the truth. And it's really not, has anything to do with my weight. At the time I felt like that. Sometimes I still do. I really don't know. I think I gave her a lot of excuses as to who I am. I fibbed to her a few times just so she would
fibs and lies
stay in my life. I know that sounds so fucking strange, but I don't know. That's really all I want to say regarding that is, no, my aunt, you know, she didn't stop talking to me because I'm fat. She stopped talking to me because of the issues I brought upon her, I guess.
Fair. And look, if you have family, speaking from my own experience only, I have had family members who have wanted to be in my life, family members who haven't wanted to be in my life, and guess who controls how much someone is in my life? Me. Me, I do. And it's the same for them. So they control how much they allow me into their life. There are discussions about like the responsibility of family and, you know, healthy family relationships. Not all of us have super healthy family relationships. But you can't force someone to be in your life. Amber, you can't. Which makes me think about like people, commenters have been mentioning this era and when the Destiny breakup happened and the love bombing that happened. And I'd be interested to explore that at a future time. But you can't, Amber, even 4 years ago, Amber, and up to today, you can't force someone to be in your life. And this gets into a whole conversation about Becky's situation, because Becky doesn't have money. I'm assuming everything's under Amber's name, and like if Becky had enough and decided to walk out one day, she would have nothing. She doesn't have no work. the car's Amber's. I'm assuming the apartment's under Amber's name. Maybe she's got some money saved away from the allowance that she receives. But essentially, in the Amber and Becky relationship, Amber holds all the control. And it seems like she likes to keep it that way because she can control how the relationship between her and Becky operates. Becky's got no power. So this is quite enlightening into Amber's perspective on the control that you have over whether or not someone's in your life. Curious.
She's watching this. I am so sorry, and I really I wish I could change who I am as a person, because I really want my aunt back. Like, it affects me, it really does. Sorry. Okay. The next thing is my weight. I wouldn't say I've lied to you guys per se about it, but I definitely haven't been like very into like telling you guys my weight. I'm fluctuating a lot currently
Very into it.
with my weight.
For someone with a more educated mind, please let me know what, like at Amber's size, what would be considered regular fluctuation? Because like, is it up to 10 pounds? Like when we discuss things like sodium and water weight and again, fluctuation. Because from my perspective, I know that like even when I'm losing weight, I'll fluctuate up and down pretty consistently. Usually it's between like 1 and 2 kilos, at least at the moment, sitting around 90 kilos. But yeah, if someone wants to explain weight fluctuation to me, that'd be great. I know it's got something to do with hydration at times, but I'm just curious as to what, you know, I think Amber here is like almost 500 pounds, and I know currently she's like 530, I think was the latest one we heard. I just wonder, I'm just curious.
It's frustrating because I'll do really good at something and then I will mess up, and then I'll do really good at something and then I'll mess up. This used to happen to me a lot where I would lose like 4 pounds and then gain it back, but now currently it's to the point where I gain I lose about 15-20 pounds and then I gain it back, and that's really bad for me. And
for anyone who needs to hear it, weight loss, healthy weight loss, we're a fan of consistency. It is a long, straight, boring road, but you can get there, and it's just about consistency. It's about a lot of things actually, but being consistent is one of the most useful, if boring, pieces of advice.
And I haven't really been 100% honest about that, because whenever someone asks me, you know, oh, she's gaining weight or whatever, I always just say I'm losing. I don't know. I don't need the backlash at all. I don't want it. I just feel like it's so much safer to just say what people want to hear and what I feel like people will not hate me for. I don't know how to explain it, but I can 110% say I've never been 500 pounds. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, oh, she's 500 pounds, she's about to be 650 pounds. Like, this has never happened. My highest weight is 485, and
485 to 572.4.
Right now, today, I weighed
to now 530-ish.
76, I think it was. And currently, right now, I am losing weight. Like, I'm not gaining, I promise you that. I have been weighing myself practically every day. I skip a few days here and there, and the scale is going down, and I'm in fear it's gonna go back up again, because my mind always wins.
It won't go back up again if you address your relationship with food and ingest less calories than you burn, is my opinion.
Losing weight is mind over matter, and that's just how it's always been. And I feel like my mind is so strong with some things, but I feel like my weight is just like, ugh. Anyways, the next thing is about my girlfriend Destiny's weight gain, and if she's actually gained weight.
It's so wild where this channel went, hey? Just thinking about it. Starting in 2013 as a weight loss journey for Amber. Like, I've seen some of that old stuff, and it's endearing. Like, it's got a quality to it because it's character driven. And then we hit here, and then it becomes, you know, major. And then look at 2020, and it's just such a different thing now.
Ugh.
A cultural phenomenon, some would say.
Told you guys that Destiny has not gained weight since she's been with me. I've said that at least 100 times. But she has gained weight since she's been with me.
Why does it matter? Why are you talking about your girlfriend's weight also? But like, why does it matter? It doesn't matter. It only matters if you're portraying something and the truth is not the reality. So if you're portraying yourself as losing weight, if you're portraying yourself as a weight loss channel, if you're portraying yourself as like healthy food and in your vlogs and things like that, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you've put on weight because you're not showing, you know, the 20-piece McNugget runs and things like that. Like, it, of course it's a lie. And of course your audience is going to develop like critical analysis and not take your word for anything. And oh boy, that's where we are.
I do want to say, before she met me, she gained weight from birth control. A lot of people are like, why'd she take birth control, blah blah blah, and I'm like, it's not really your business. Like, I don't want to say. A lot of people are confused because they're like,
is Destiny's weight our business either if she's not addressing it directly? Okay. I mean, look, I have no knowledge or opinion about birth control. That's up to the individual who is taking it or advised to take it. What else?
why she needs birth control. There is other reasons why people need birth control, and I just don't really want to say that. Destiny did give me permission to talk about her weight and just explain to you guys that I have been trying to protect her feelings. When I moved in with her, or we like moved in together in our apartment, she weighed 181 pounds, and as of today she weighs 206.
That's gaining.
So she's gained about 25 pounds. On her body structure, of course, that's really horrible, and I feel really bad, and I blame myself so much. I do. She's never been a healthy eater, though, I will say that, but I feel like it's only gotten a little worse since she's been with me, and I feel horrible about it. Like, I don't want to go into any more with that. I just feel freaking horrible, and I want her to lose weight more than I want myself to lose weight, because I care about her and love her more than I love myself. And when I see her eat something that's bad for her, it breaks my heart, because she doesn't understand nutrition like I do, and I don't, like, who's gonna listen to me? Look at me, you know, that's just how it goes.
No, you know what? Yeah, you're right, Amber. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm sorry, dear. I will take zero advice from Miss Amberlynn Reid when it comes to nutrition and healthy eating. Sorry. You know, when they say the proof is in the pudding, not in the eating. Is that it? Yeah, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And there are some very loud crows out there. From my audience eye, seeing a little bit of Destiny, it's always been like her palate hasn't developed since she was in high school, essentially. Like, it's all heavily processed foods. Nature's agreeing with me today. So, I mean, sure, Amber. Like, you've sat on camera and shown us consistently how you'll eat, like, entire blocks of chocolate and bags of gummy bears and things like that. And I've done the same thing. Well, not gummy bears, but Haribo. I've done the same thing. And I'm not here to pronounce myself knowledgeable about nutrition in any capacity. I just know what works for me, and whole foods, lean proteins, high fiber works for me. That's it.
I did not want this video to be like this, but I should have known. Okay.
But I'm curious enough to ask questions about food and nutrition, and very thankful that I'm able to have conversations about it.
So, something else I've lied about is the job I had in Florida. I told you guys that I was a PCA worker at a assisted living facility full-time, and I wasn't. I was a PCA worker at an assisted living facility, but I was not full-time. I worked...
Why does it matter? Why does it matter whether or not you're full-time, part-time, casual hours, whatever? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. If you've got a job, great, work. If you don't have a job, that's okay as well. Like, why does it matter? Why does it matter the bloody contractual agreement to your worked hours, Amber? That so doesn't.
4 hours. It started off 4 hours a day for 3 days, and then I got 4 hours a day for 4 days, and then I got 4 hours a day for 5 days. And then eventually...
A 4-hour day is a half day. So casual hours, great. That's fine. That's not a problem. Or part-time hours, whatever. I mean, it depends on your your government legislation, I guess, in terms of the definition. I think that would be considered part-time down here in Australia, like with consistency. But you know, you could be a casual employee and working those consistent hours as well.
I was 4 hours a day for 6 days, and then I started covering a lot of other just random shifts, like 8-hour shifts, and I did a 16-hour shift one time. I was part-time. I was always on call, but I was part-time. I lied to you guys and said I was a full-time because I felt so guilty about my life in Florida. I mean, my life in Virginia. Sorry, I've lived so many places I don't even know anymore. Okay, I felt so guilty about my life in Virginia. I lived with my ex-girlfriend for almost 4 years without a job, and I lived off of her parents, and I got a lot of beef because of that online, and a lot of people didn't understand why I didn't have a job at the time and this and that.
Yep.
So I wanted you guys to be proud of me, and I didn't want you guys to think I was some helpless person. And I thought
people who work part-time aren't helpless. Like, what is this?
By saying I had a full-time job that it would make me seem like some freaking awesome person, and really it didn't.
No. Disagree. Because it doesn't matter. Like,
I don't know why I lied about that.
No, me neither.
Besides the point is I almost needed confirmation from other people that I was capable to be in this world. Sometimes I just felt like, why do I live off of everybody? Why can't I just support myself? I did not want to live off of destiny.
Well, 2020 Amber is certainly living off herself, but you know, the quality of that life, at least from my perspective, as an audience member, what we are showing, not great.
And when I was living in Florida at the beginning, I did not make enough money on YouTube. I lied about that. I did not make enough money on YouTube to support us at all.
Making enough now.
Now I will say YouTube income is incredible, and I'm so grateful for you guys because it really helps. It doesn't just help me, but it helps Destiny, and it helps her mom when she needs something. And I want to be that person. I'm so tired of just living off other people. I got so used to it being a foster care kid, like, because I was in foster care for so many years of my life, and I lived with so many families and group homes and children's shelters that I was so used to just relying on other people. And I didn't want to do that in Florida, and I had a moth on my head. That's cute. Just if you guys rewind and go look at that. I wanted to change when I moved to Florida, and you know, I knew the only job I could possibly get was working with Destiny, because not a lot of people want an obese girl. They don't. And I'm very grateful for, you know, I have a job here. I haven't yet started because they haven't yet contacted me yet, which is a bunch of BS. If you ask me, this is a big process. And like, YouTube is a job right now. It's reliable income, and it's a lot of income, and I'm appreciating it so much. Like, I don't even need a job outside of YouTube, but I feel like because of all those years that I didn't have a job while living in Virginia, that I need a job. I need to pay back. I need to, it's like a whole thing, but I just wanted you guys to know. Anyways, something else I've lied about is my blood pressure. On several occasions, I have said I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have this or that, whatever. All of that is true, besides the blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure, but I have borderline high blood pressure, where it's like semi-high. It's not high enough for me to take a pill.
Anyone, medical field professional advice, please let me know. 480 pounds. Jump to 572.4. Would that would it be likely that your blood pressure goes from borderline elevated to high in the case of an additional 100 pounds on this? I would like to know. I don't know. My only experience with high blood pressure is my own, and a doctor told me it was elevated and that I could start medication, and I said I'd rather lose weight, and then lost some weight. So I wonder, 100 pounds, so if I added an extra like 30 kilos maybe to my frame, 40 kilos maybe, no, more than that, 45 kilos ish. If I added that to my frame at my heaviest, would it have pushed me into full-blown high blood pressure territory? Possibly. I mean, I know everyone's different, but I would like to know what the assumption medically would be.
But it is there, and it's a little scary, let's be real.
Yeah, health is scary. well, deteriorating.
I just want to be a healthy person. Like, this video is so raw, you guys. Fuck.
Ah!
Fuck me. Like,
Ah, it's in this video. Ah, I caught a meme in real time. Oh, this video is so raw, you guys.
Excuse my language if you're young. Okay. I wanted people to think I was healthy, even though I have unhealthy written all over me. Like, this is not good.
No.
People think I'm promoting obesity, and I'm not.
Well,
I'm just trying to promote, like, love yourself no matter what while you're trying to better yourself. But it's like, don't be this person. Like, it's not good. And I know I have high blood pressure because my eating habits and because I'm morbidly obese, and I haven't been tested for diabetes or, you know, cholesterol or whatever in a while. So I don't know. But I can safely say that, like, if I eat a lot of sugar or whatever, like, I don't feel any differently. So I want to assume I don't have diabetes, but I'm just purely assuming, you guys. I really don't know, and that's what scares me. I currently don't have a doctor right now. I'm trying to get on an insurance plan.
How many years has it been that Amber hasn't had a regular doctor? Because for me, if I were getting to this size, even maybe like 2/3 of this size, you can guarantee I would be wanting some form of professional assistance and a support network and a health team, medical team, whatever. Oh boy.
And it's just not working. I don't understand why. This also happened in Virginia.
Well, she now doesn't have insurance, right? It's all just out of pocket, and she's quite proud about telling us all of that. Considering I don't know a lot about the American medical system, like, it kind of just goes over my head a lot of the time.
Like, I don't even know.
I assume it would be expensive to pay out of pocket every time you visit an ER because you don't go to a regular GP.
So I'm trying to figure everything out, and I'm just trying so hard to treat my body the way I should have been treating it from the beginning. And sometimes my mind just, it overpowers me, and I don't know how. Like, it takes control of my whole body, toes to my head. I don't get it.
This clarity did not lead to any form of therapy, analysis, medical assistance. Ooh.
Okay, so this last one kind of goes hand in hand. Why I don't vlog as much versus why do I ride a scooter in Walmart, and why do I sit in the car when Destiny goes in the store a lot.
It's weird that these are all being lumped together.
It's because I can't breathe. No. I've gotten to the point in my life, and since I've gained so much weight, everything is hard. People ask if showering is hard. Yes. People ask if I can wear a seatbelt. No, they don't fit me. People ask if going up the...
This was 4 years ago. Cut to the Vlogmas in the car, you know? Man. You know what? I wonder if Amber ever goes back and watches her old videos, or whether or not, like, she doesn't worry about it. Because I think I said this yesterday, it would be a really good idea if Amber were able to sit down and watch some of these resolution or reflection videos of her own and, like, address the issues that continued for multiple years and remain unaddressed to this day. I think maybe that might be useful for her. I don't know.
Stairs is hard. Yes. People ask, why do I ride a freaking Walmart cart? Not only is it my foot, that is the 100% truth. I do have either a heel spur or a plantar, whatever. I have not gone to a doctor for it, but it's also because I get so winded so fast, and it's because of my weight. And God, I would do anything to be able to vlog how I want to, but I feel like the only reason why, I mean, what am I trying to say? I feel like the only time I vlog is when I'm sitting or when I have air, like even just sitting here, like sometimes I feel like I'm out of breath, and it's because of my weight, and I know you guys see it too, and like there's times where I'm like, where I am in the store, like I do go in the store, like I don't just not. There are times where I'm in there and I want to show you guys something cool, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to talk because I can barely breathe because I'm standing and walking.
But this year she told us that all of those troubled breathing sounds we get are her sitting behind the camera going, okay, I see you, Amber.
It's really embarrassing, and I used to not be that person, and moving to Florida really messed with me. It really, truly did. It made me
in Kentucky was worse,
so much worse off physically because I let myself go. I stopped caring. I met Destiny, and she was very set in her weight, and she didn't understand like how to lose weight or anything, and so like I kind of got in that groove where
you're blaming your girlfriend.
I didn't care either because she accepted me and she loved me, and I regret it. I fucked up. Look at me, a fuck up. That's really all I can say. I think that's it for now. I hope you guys appreciate this video. I feel like so many people are going to be yelling and mad, and the comments are going to be harsh, and I don't think I'm going to be able to read the comments. I really don't. So this video, I might not read them, but if you guys watch this straight through, I appreciate it so much. This took so much nerve. I can't even explain how much nerve this took, but I appreciate you guys watching this, and I really hope you guys don't hate me. I'm a human. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, and I was just trying to protect myself, and while doing so, I not only hurt me, but I probably hurt you guys. So, but
I'm not hurt. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. No, like, I don't care. I don't care, but it's interesting to reflect on 4 years ago and the lies she was either telling her audience or herself, and ignoring her health, distracting everyone and everything from the issues that were happening, and to jump forward 4 years later and to see the exact same issues being an issue.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video for what it's worth, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye, Amber. Okay, so that was ultimately quite interesting. I didn't know how much 2016 Amber would resonate with 2020 Amber, because obviously there are a lot of things that have happened in the produced content over the last 4 years. But man, like, that was kind of eye-opening. And again, like, reflecting back on cycles, I don't even know if that's a full rotation of a cycle. Like, not addressing, you know, the way that we control the relationships with other people, and the weight, obviously, and the heel spur / troubled breathing. Like, all of these things are still relevant. Like, they're still relevant 4 years later, because the health hasn't been addressed either mentally or physically or emotionally. Oh boy. Anyway, hopefully Miss Chantel Marie uploads a torrent haul soon, because I'm still excited for that. It'll happen eventually. But if you got to this point in the video, thank you so much for joining me. As always, I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!